In this presentation, we'll be learning how to tape an ankle. In this presentation, you will learn only one way to tape an ankle. There's one video that I'm going to show you, and it will be only one way. It's called the, in quotes, textbook way. There are many different ways you can tape an ankle. You'll see the parts included in the ankle taping. He will stress that in the video. And I will tell you why we need to learn how to tape an ankle. So first, why? This is not 100% of our job. It's perceived that it is a big part of our job, but that's not true. That's only one part of our job and what we do in our profession. That is just a preventative measure we take in practices and games to prevent further injury. If there was an athlete who came in and had a big swollen ankle and he or she says, well, why can't I tape my ankle? Well, because we can't really tape an ankle if there's swelling in the area. We want to make sure all the swelling's out and all of that buildup of fluid is out and needed, and we can get full range of motion in the ankle and the foot and how we can move it and can they put weight on it. There's a bunch of different things that we need to include before we just jump the gun to straight taping an ankle to fix everything. Again, we're going to prevent further injury by doing that, because if somebody had sprained an ankle and they severely sprained it and they want to go back to play, we need to make sure that they don't re-injure that ankle doing the same exact thing. And the next thing is what it includes. So the standard way to tape an ankle is first you want to put tough skin on or a spray adherent to make sure the tape sticks to the actual athlete. The best way to do it is not to use pre-wrap, but many people use pre-wrap just because it's easier to take off. It's less cost effective, and it prevents blistering. Then the next thing after the adherent, or after the spray or before the pre-wrap, you want to put in what's called heel and lace pads, which has a little Vaseline type substance on it, and you want to put it on the front of the ankle where the foot kind of curves and on the back of the ankle so it prevents blistering. Then once you actually start taping, you actually want to start with the anchors. This is a big thing because it makes more the athletic trainer aware of where to put the tape and how to anchor it. So with the anchors, with the top anchor, that's where you want to start your stirrup. But you always want to start from the inside of the leg. That way it pulls the ankle out so your foot is flat rather than inverted. The next two big things that we have to make sure that we have are figure eights and heel locks. You want to make sure you have these because it's locking the heel in place. That way it can't move in or out, and that way it helps with the stabilization of how the athlete feels. And the same thing again with the figure eights. It's just more support. And of course, we always want to make it pretty. It's not needed, but we always want to make it pretty because that's a big thing with the athlete is if it doesn't look pretty, it's not right. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to play well. It's just a lot of mental side. So now we're going to go to the YouTube video, and this is where it is going to show a fast demonstration. He goes through it pretty quickly, but he does say the parts that he's going to do of an ankle taping.
How to tape an ankle. This is after the swelling has gone down, the pain is no longer there, we can actually start taping an ankle. And I'm applying pre-wrap. Pre-wrap will...
So he's using pre-wrap.
Keep the tape from adhering directly to the skin.
With the heel and lace pads that I discussed before, you'd want to put it one here and one on the back. That way it prevents the blistering.
I usually try to tape directly right below calf of the muscle.
As you can see right here, he's leaving a hole right here, which that can be a big no-no, and that can cause a big blister.
You're going to start with the anchor strip. I usually start with an anchor strip at the top just to hold it down, and then one at the bottom. You're going to do 2 to 3 stirrups. I'm going to do 2 stirrups.
The number of the stirrups depends on how big the athlete is, how big their foot is.
And then you're going to do 2 to 3 horseshoes, which will lock out the lateral aspect, medial aspect of the malleolus. And then you can do with what they call a continuous method of a figure 8 and then a heel lock.
So there's the figure 8 and the heel lock on one side and heel lock on the other side.
Figure 8. So I actually had 2 figure 8s there and then a heel lock. I'm going to go through that one more time. A figure 8.
Figure 8.
Heel lock.
Heel lock.
And one. 8. So now you have the ankle locked out, and then you close up the tape. Close up the ankle job. This would support you again through activity, getting back on the field.
When he says close up, that's what he means by make it pretty. Look, it looks very clean, very crisp. Everything looks in place. He did the heel locks, he did the figure 8s, he did the stirrups, everything was included. As long as you have all of those components included, you can do an ankle taping the way you would like to do it. It's more about the comfort of you, as long as you make sure that heel is in place and that heel is locked for the stabilization of the athlete.